Okay, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this time and this practice with me. It's an honor to honor your practice and an honor to guide your practice. So let's start like this, friends. Sitting in a comfortable way, turn your palms up, let your shoulders drop. Even if your hands are very tense, maybe you move them around a little bit and then let them be. Lengthen yourself tall. And as you exhale, close your eyes, bow your chin slightly, rest your awareness in your hands. Feel the emptiness in your hands, but also feel the energy, the air, the heaviness, and whatever it is you feel there. This palpable energy, the unseen. Soften your jaw, your breath. And just for these next few cycles of breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Let it be a nice, slow inhalation. Maybe you pause at the top for a moment or two, and then a slow, long exhalation. And you can pause at the bottom, take it, pause, and then move through this breath. You feel the expansiveness of your breath at this moment, how much breath you can breathe in a comfortable way, and how much you can release also in your own comfort zone. And then stay as you are as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart. And bow your chin. Great reverence and honoring for all that you bring and all that you offer. This collective presence here, this shared energy, supportive energy we offer to each other. And we'll open this practice and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale as you lengthen, and exhale completely. Inhale fully. Keep your hands where they are and gently open your eyes. Interlace your fingers together, flip your palms, and inhale, reach up. And breathing here, but just moving yourself a little bit side to side, maybe front to back, and maybe start to circle a little bit in one direction and then circle in the opposite direction. And then a little bit side to side again, just as we come to center, reach up, look up, lift up. As you exhale, release your hands, take them down to your knees, wherever your knees are. Tuck your chin in, take your belly back, and then inhale, lift yourself tall. And as you exhale, round the shoulders back, take the heart forward, lift your chin, and we'll just move through seated cat-cow a few times. We're just rounding back and rounding forward. Let's add a little bit of the Kali breath. So as you come back, you close your eyes. And as you come forward, you open your eyes, look up, stick out your tongue. Then you bring in your own little, I don't know, this release. And, you know, when Kali has her tongue out and her eyes wide, that's her fiercest look. That's her saying, like, you know, to whatever you tell me to do. And I am here to just cut it off and be in the truth of it all. Let's just do one more. This Kali breath. And then take it back. Okay, bring your hands together at your heart as you sit up. Good. Have your eyes open. Look at your hands. Opposite, interlace the fingers. Flip the palms or reach up. Start again with the side to side. And this time we'll take it for a twist. So we'll go side to side, and then you'll come to center. Turn to one side, and then turn to the other side. Just do this a few times. Maybe you can do this and look up. Good. And then come to your center. And as you exhale again, release the hands, wiggle the fingers, take them down, touch your knees, tuck back. Good. And then we'll just take it to circle. So moving in one direction, circle yourself, and feel your shoulders moving. Okay, this circling now, maybe we'll take it a little deeper so you can make it like as big as possible for yourself. Let your arms guide a little bit, elbows bend, shoulders come in. Breath. And one more full circle in this direction. And then we'll change directions, circle in the opposite direction. So let everything come in as we just find this easy opening here. Good. And then we'll come back. Let's just meet maybe in a forward fold. Take your hands to the floor. And not going for maximum forward fold. Just find that place where your hands are on the floor and you can take the belly back a little bit. Drop your chin, drop your jaw, drop your head. But feel that the hands are pressing down and away so that you're almost, you know, the belly's coming back and tailbone is coming underneath a little bit. Good. Okay, and then keep your hands where they are, but just take your chest forward, lift your head, find your place. Just in this like little bit of an opening. Take one more breath. Good. Walk your hands back, stretch your legs out, move them around a little bit. And so in and out, move your legs. And we're just gonna take a little bit of a twist with the legs out like this, and they're not open super wide. I'm sitting on a blanket, so I'll just turn to the side. Legs are apart a little bit. Let's start with the right hand behind, and then the left hand has a choice. You can go to the inside of the right thigh. Try that first. Push that. Oh, sorry, I said right thigh, but it's left thigh. Take your hand to the inside of the left thigh, left hand, left thigh. Press it away and turn, and just be there for a moment. You know, you let your head be in a comfortable place. Take one more breath in. Breathe out. Pause. Take your hand to the outside of the right thigh now. And now turn a little bit more. Continue your breath. I hope you're not holding your breath. Good. One more breath. And then release and just come to the center point. Hands behind you. You can wiggle your toes, move your feet. And then we'll twist the second side. So right hand to the inside of the right thigh this time. Left hand to the floor. And I'll just press that inside of the thigh away. Turn. You know, your legs might shift. Your hips might shift. Be there. Okay, then you take a full breath in. Exhale, pause at the bottom of the exhale, and now move that right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Twist a little bit deeper. You draw your belly in, make that happen. Breathe here. And then release. Pause here, move your feet. And we'll just come to the seated cat-cow with the windshield wiper. We'll just throw it all together. So we take the Hands behind, bend your knees. Okay, let's just start with cat-cow. I have my feet are about mat distance apart. Find a comfortable way for you to be here. And same with the hands. When it's not comfortable, or it's too much for the wrists, then turn your hands out a little bit. Okay, let's do one more. Dropping back, lifting the chest. And we'll just meet with the chest lifted. Rearrange your hands, spread your fingers. Open your heart, feel your feet on the floor. Draw the belly in a little bit. And then drop the knees to one side. Turn your head to the opposite side. And then move through. So you're just dropping the knees, turning the head. Pause. You know, if it feels very crunchy, then just go slow. Pause, feel, and continue. We'll just do this a few times. A lot happening here. Okay. Then bringing yourself to this basic resting pose here with the feet on the floor and the hands on the floor. I'm going to take the right hand and I'm going to turn it out. Take the left arm in between your legs. Lift the left foot up, catch hold of the left foot. I'm holding onto the baby toe edge. I'm just going to start to straighten the leg. Wherever, it doesn't have to go straight. Push foot and hand against each other and turn to the right. So you walk your right hand back, turn, and then the left leg can open out to the left a little bit. So you're looking out to the right. Good. And then don't let go of the foot, but bring it back to center. So release the twist. So you're looking at your left foot. Good. Okay. Notice if you're, I'm just going to accentuate this a little bit. If I'm back more, I can get this leg to come, look at that. So I want to find that lift of the chest. And if the leg comes all the way down, that's fine. Let's see if you can lift your heart. Okay. Some of you are going to take your left hand off. You might grab that foot with both hands, maybe at the heel. Take one more breath. And then we're going to twist the opposite way. So now I take the right hand to the outside of this left foot. Take the left hand to the floor. And start to turn yourself towards the left. Okay. The right knee is going to start to come into center. Let's see if you can maybe keep that right knee in alignment with its foot. Turn. And then you can stay like this. Or you really push that left foot into the hand. Brings you up a little bit, and the left arm, oops, I said left foot, right, yeah, left foot, right hand are extended. The left arm might come off the floor and just reach behind you. Good. Okay. Let's take this left hand either back to the floor or take it over, and you'll just cross wrists as you hold onto that foot, even if it's bent. If you can find your length, flex your left foot a little bit. All right, let's set it down. Take your hands behind you. I'm going to start again with the fingers, and we'll just come back to this windshield wiper as a way of almost releasing the back. Just moving with your breath. Good. Okay, and then we'll come back up to this resting pose. The left hand's going to turn, and the right arm comes to the inside or in between the legs. Grab hold of the baby toe edge of your foot and start to take this leg up. Again, it could stay bent. It's about the hand and the foot connecting, heart lifting. Now I'm going to turn to the left. So the left hand will just walk behind. I turn, take this right leg just a little bit out to the right. Just add a little bit of, you know, maybe a new place or something opening. Okay, bring yourself back to center. And then take this left hand. Maybe you grab hold of the foot with both hands. Find your lift of your chest. You can take your gaze to your toes if that works. Smile. Legs straight or bent, it's all good. Good. Okay, so now I take this right hand behind. Left hand's gonna come over, baby toe edge of the foot. And we turn to the right, push the foot into the hand, turn, and then I start to push that foot away. Maybe this right arm comes off the floor. Breathe here. And now the right hand either goes back to the floor or comes up and over. You cross wrists, grab hold of both sides of the foot. I'm just bending my leg just to show you. You know, lift your chest, flex your foot. If the leg goes straight, groovy, no words. Okay, and then we'll release this foot to the floor, come back to your basic shape, and again, windshield wiper and shoulder twist. All of this happening here. Okay, so we'll come back to this basic shape. I'm gonna tuck my hands underneath my little rug here and feet to the floor. So I'm gonna lift the tush up off the floor, and we'll do that, start with a few of these cat-cows. Just really opening your shoulders, and then we'll come into cow pose. So the shoulders are back, heart lifting, belly in, spread your fingers, feel your feet, inhale. And on your exhalation, my friends, lift your hips. And they don't have to come up super high, but maybe they will. Maybe you rock a little bit front to back. Just take a little bit extra shoulder flossing. Yes. One more breath. And then lower your tush to the floor. Take your hands off the floor. Bring the feet together. And just give yourself this big hug here. You're going to tuck your chin. Take the belly back. Drop your jaw. Breathe. And drop your shoulders. One more breath here. Okay, I'm going to move straight into Baddha Konasana. So I take the hands off, soles of the feet together, knees drop open. I'm going to take the hands, just give yourself a little footy. If you need, you know, if your knees are really lifting, we're not here for long. That's fine, just be here. Good. Okay. And then just take your hands to the floor. Fine. Again, we're not going for, you know, if you can put your head on the floor, great. Go about halfway. And then start with this like twisting. So you turn your head to one knee, take the opposite shoulder forward, and then turn to the opposite knee, take that other shoulder forward. So you're just moving shoulder, head. And let's do one more. And then we'll come to center. And lift up. If you're good here, squeeze the feet together. Maybe the arms come up in the air, hands are open. Just like ta-da! Take a breath. Okay, right hand is coming down to the floor. Now, if you need to adjust, you just go sit cross-legged, it's fine. I'm gonna take this left arm. So I'll lift the left knee up. The left arm's coming underneath the shin. There it is. So I can rock this a little bit, adjust your left leg as you need. Okay, I'm gonna bring the other hand there too. So I flex the foot, I'm here, maybe the other hand comes, both hands behind, or you're here, or you're just at one, it's all good. Do whatever you need to do. I'm gonna rock this leg baby. Good. Okay, and then we'll release the baby down, and then put your left hand behind, just for stability. Lift the right knee up, right forearm underneath, and then you're either here, or you take that left arm underneath too, and you're here. So sweet. Or you're holding it wherever it is, and you're just like, oh, okay, do your thing. Every body is different. Okay, and then we'll release this baby, put it down, come back to our basic, I'm gonna call it resting pose. I know it's not resting, but your basic hands and knees here. We're gonna lift the hips again. This time when I have the hips lifted, I'm gonna grab opposite foot with opposite hand, and I might fall. We all might fall, but it's okay, we're gonna be okay. We're just gonna go nice and slow, spread your fingers. Do a few seated cat-cow here. Really feel your shoulders flossing, wrists working. Okay, and then open your heart. Start here with the lifted heart. Feel your feet, feel your hands. Arms are straight, belly in. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift the hips. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Shift the weight onto the left hand. Start by just taking the right hand up. Maybe that's enough. Maybe the left foot comes up. Maybe you grab it, lift it, balance, fall, whatever it is. And then release, come down, and go straight to second side. So I shift the weight onto the right hand, left hand, lift the right arm up, and then maybe the left leg comes in. I'm pushing the floor away, reach, and then release. Okay, good. Come to lie down on your back. Good. However you want to do that. Just for a few moments. You can throw a blanket underneath your head. We're just going to hug the knees in. Rock a little bit in and out for a few moments. Good. Okay, just let the knees drop into your chest as best as you can. Your feet can relax. Take a few breaths here. Good. Okay, let's keep the left knee into your chest. Place the right foot on the floor. Take your right hand. See if you can find that outer edge of your foot, of the left foot. So you're holding onto the baby toe edge. And we're going to start to, again, it's a very different plane. So the legs might go straight, and it might just go a little bit. You just find your place, push the foot into the hand pulls back. Okay, left arm can be relaxed outside or turning, just out to the shoulder height. Breathe. Okay, if you want to straighten your right leg and you have room, then do that. Soften through the heart, the shoulders. Good. Okay, we're going to come back to knees in the chest. So just let go of the foot, bring both knees in, rock a little bit, drop in, and circle your knees or whatever feels good. Oh, here's a nice one. Take the right knee in towards the right shoulder and the left knee moves away. You're holding on to your knees. And then the left knee comes into the shoulder, the right knee moves away, almost like you're taking your knees for a walk. You just do that a few times. Good. Okay, and then come back to your center. Keep the right knee in, left foot to the floor. The right arm can come out to the side. And then the left hand finds that baby toe edge. And if this is as far as it gets, just holding onto the foot, then that's great. Push the foot into the hand. Maybe the leg is going to start to straighten, but it doesn't really matter. You're just finding those places that we don't get into so often. You want to straighten the left leg. Go ahead. Good. Okay, both knees into the chest. Take your hands, hold the knees, rock a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take the arms out to the side with the palms facing down and find the knees over the hips. So when you do that, you're going to feel, maybe the sacrum comes to the floor, low back might be lifting a little bit. Now hug the knees towards each other, the feet towards each other, flex your feet. And we're just going to drop the knees almost to the floor on the right side, turn your head to the left. So you're squeezing the legs towards each other. Inhale, take the knees up, and exhale, drop them almost to the floor on the left side. Squeeze the legs, smile, keep breathing. And we're just going to do this. So back up and over to the right a few times, just going side to side. So you decide your pace. Could be very slow. And you could also just be rocking side to side. So we're just starting to get into those transverse abdominals. And I'm just going to do maybe a few more each side so that I feel this later on. And then we'll come to center. Just place your feet on the floor. And just be here. Turn your palms up. If your knees want to come together, that's fine. Take one big breath in. Breathe out. Separate the feet. and the knees apart a little bit. Find your comfortable distance. Oops. Okay, so from here, my friends, we're just going to grab the outer edge of the left foot with the right hand. And so you're just holding it. Okay, now your right leg is either going to go straight or it's just going to drop, because we're going to, you might even take that right foot over to the side as if you're sitting cross-legged or Baddha Konasana, and let the right knee drop towards the floor. And then we'll roll over onto the right side and we'll extend this left leg. It's almost like you're pushing it out to the right side. So you find your place. Just to take it out to the right, you're coming onto the right side. The left arm is still over to the left side and the palm is facing down. So as you come onto your side, you're going to feel the right leg might be bent, but it's definitely turned. Good. Okay, I hope you're in it to win it. Good. You can turn the left palm up if that's happier. Nice big breath in and out. Fill yourself, release yourself. Okay. So I'm going to lift this left leg up. I might take the right hand off and put the right hand on the floor to help lift this left leg straight up to the sky. Put the right foot back on the floor, even if the knee is bent. Good. Okay, and then we're just going to be here with the left leg extended in the air. Turn your palms up, flex your left foot. Breathe here. And then just start to take this left leg for a ride. So maybe it's moving a little bit out to the left and across your body to the right. You might make a full circle with this left leg. Just move your left leg in a way that's interesting. Oh, look at my left leg. Look at my left foot. Okay, and then we'll set the left foot on the floor. Drop in again, close your eyes. Maybe the knees come together. Nice big breath in and a breath out. Let's do one more full breath in. Full breath out. Okay, now take left hand, grab outer edge of right foot. Hope this works for everybody who can do this. Yes. Okay, now take that left foot, walk it over to the right, and drop that knee down towards the floor. As you start to roll onto your left side, extend this right leg out to the left wherever it goes. Doesn't need to go straight either. Just press out, be here. You can turn that right palm down if that's better. Leave it up. Notice if this side feels more crunchy. All good and fine. Breathe into your body. Soften behind your heart, your shoulders. Okay, we're going to lift this right leg up, so you might release the left hand. Take the leg all the way up. Once it comes up, left sole of the foot comes to the floor. And we're just going to look at this right leg, see it there, and then start to find some movement in the right leg. So it could just be waving side to side. Maybe you're making a circle. You're not going that fast. You're just curious. Look at your right leg. Look at your foot. That's yours. Okay. And then we'll set that right foot on the floor. Pause. Breathe. And melt yourself. You might take your arms over your head if you like, or just leave them out to the side. And from here, friends, we're going to just flow into a full happy baby. So we'll inhale. And as you exhale, bring your knees in, take your arms up and over, baby toe edge of both feet. And then separate your legs open a little bit, if that works. Rock side to side. Yes. Okay. And then pause in the stillness. Let the knees drop to the outside of your ribs, towards your shoulders, wherever they're going to go. Drop your shoulders, so let them drop to the floor. Take your thumbs alongside of your index fingers. Flex your feet a little bit. Press the feet and the hands against each other. And now take your hands to the inside, grab hold of your heels, and we're going to straighten the legs. But again, you know, they don't have to go straight. Maybe they just open more, you just feel, smile, breathe. Nice, big, beautiful breaths. Even if it's discomfort, smile, breathe, call in for comfort. And it might not come. Invite it in. Okay, bring the soles of the feet together. Interlace your fingers above the baby toe edge of your feet. We're going to let the heels drop down towards the groins. And so the arms kind of drop. And as that happens, you might even feel just naturally the knees want to press out. And if that's not happening naturally, then just press your knees out, away from your arms. But flex your feet a little bit or just flex your toes. Smile. Good. And then release your feet, set your feet on the floor. Just come back to your rest. So your arms, you know, wherever you like them, maybe hands on your belly or out to the side. And breathe. Good. Okay, friends. So I'm going to come up and all the way to a downward facing dog. So I'll start by bringing the knees into the chest, hug them in and out, and then maybe you find your rock and roll. And so you're just rocking on your spine, and you know, you can do that a few times, maybe 10 times, maybe 2 times. And I'm just gonna make it really big. So as I roll onto my back, I'll take my feet over my head and come back. I'm gonna just do maybe 2 more, but if you're done, that's fine. And okay, and then from seated, you might pause for a moment and clear your mat. And we'll come to downward facing dog. We are going to use blocks as well. So if you want to take your blocks forward at this time, just bring them up. Okay, beautiful. So take your time, set yourself up for a good DFD and wag your tail a little bit. And we're just going to stay with this hip opening feeling. So I'm going to bring the big toes to touch, and I'll lift the left leg up in the air, and then bend the, oh, actually take a moment. That feels really good. And press the right thigh back. Maybe I'll just switch legs first before we move on. Give each one a nice little lengthen and stretch. Feel into your own body. Good. Okay, before we move on, let's take a little child's pose rest. And if you prefer just sitting for a moment or two, that's fine. Just breathe into this body. Good. Okay, one more full breath. Breathe out. Okay, I'm going to come back to downward facing dog. And if your wrists need a rest, you know you can always come onto your forearms and do everything just like that. You can take it out of your wrists. I'm not saying it's easier. I'm saying take it out of the wrists. But otherwise, we're on the hands, downward dog, big toes touch. Let's start again with the left leg lifted. And then bend the knee, heel to the hip, and we'll just come to dog peeing pose. So you lift the hip, move the knee. Now I'm going to keep that leg bent as I bring the hips, square them to the floor, bring this knee into your chest. So you kind of come forward a little bit. Then open the knee out to the side, take it back up. And see if you can find almost a figure 8. So as you come back, maybe the heel turns out a little bit, the knee comes in, the knee comes out. And I'm just circling. I'm just going to do this. Oh, that's it. Okay, and then we'll come downward dog to the other side. Lift the right leg up. Bend the heel. Find your dog peeing pose. And then you bring that knee into your chest. The heel turns out. You circle, knee comes back up. You find this like figure 8 shape with your knee, with your heel, with your hip. Good. Okay, and then we'll come back down. Rest in your child's pose. Whatever you did there, if it wasn't figure 8s, it's all good. Moving your hip, you're putting some weight on your wrist, head below the heart, a lot of things happening. Good. Okay, one more full breath. Breathe out. Good. Okay. So just come to sit on your heels for a moment. Let your hands rest. Lift your heart. Good. Okay, friends. So from here, I'm going to come up onto a bent knee lunge. So if you want to put a blanket underneath your knees, you know you'll do that. And I'll bring the blocks in just so they're there. Then I'm going to come back. And just for, fun, the right foot's going to step forward. I'll bring the hands at the heart. And then I come up and I'm going to just challenge my balance, shift onto the left shin and take that right leg up, set it down. So however you did that is fine. Then the hands come to the blocks and we'll just start with this shifting of front to back. And as you shift back, you straighten the right leg, maybe the sole of the right foot lifts up. We'll just do this nice and slow. Move with your breath. The blocks, might make things more interesting and it might also create more space. Okay, the next time the hips come back and the right leg straightens, come up onto your heel and I'm just gonna extend my arms more because I know I can do that. So I just walk the blocks, bow down over this leg. But maybe you need to bring the blocks in and be here. So you find your place. We'll take one more breath. Okay, and then we're going to come back. You shift the weight forward. Place the sole of the right foot down. Bring your blocks, maybe either side of your ankle. Tuck the left toes under, and we're going to straighten both legs. So you're just going to come up. Okay, now even look at your left foot. See if you can turn that heel out a little bit. So the tendency is the heel's going to want to turn in. And I turn it out a little bit and also find that place where that left heel can be on the floor. So it might have to step in. You might have to narrow your stance. And you just kind of find that. Use the blocks. Lift your heart into the back body. Drop your left hip. Okay, just breathe here. Look at your left foot. See if you can turn that heel out a little bit. Maybe the right foot needs to walk over to the right. Give yourself a little bit more space. Take one more breath. Okay, now firm your legs. So you push into your feet. Press the thighs back. Take your belly in. Now take the left hand with the block. Bring it in, maybe in line with if it's not in line with the arch. And then shift your weight onto that left hand, right hand to your hip. Breathe, really anchor the feet, start to twist towards the right leg. And you can reach the right arm up. Breathe. Good. Okay, release your hands. Take the blocks forward a little bit. We're going to lower the left knee down to the floor. Then once you have that knee there, maybe the toes stay tucked under, you go top of the foot. Bring your hands to your heart. So you're in this like upright lunge. Okay, take the right hand to the right thigh, reach the left arm up. Okay, notice if maybe you can take the hips back a little bit. And then crescent over to the right. Right knee might move into left, that's okay. Now look down outside of the right foot, twist, take this elbow, left elbow, outside of right knee. Now maybe you come forward into your lunge a little bit. Take the right hand on top of the left palm, push the hands, twist, breathe. One more breath, and then release. We'll step back, knees together, and either child's pose or just sit in your seated for a moment or two. We'll just let everything integrate. Good. Okay, one big breath in, breathe out. Okay, we're going to come forward, left foot's going to step forward. Take the hands at the heart, come up, shift the weight onto the right leg. Really push the right knee down, belly in, left foot up. So Now, once you get here, take your hands to the blocks, and we'll just come back to this front to back. So you put the blocks where you need them to be, so you feel supported, and shifting your hips. So don't think of it as so much of like that left leg straightening and bending, but that the hips come forward and the hips are moving back. Then let's just do 2 more of this front to back, really feeling in. You're inviting space, creating movement, and the next time the knee comes back, we're going to stay there. Lift the sole of the left foot up if that's possible. Think hips back, tush back, and then drop into wherever this is for you. And honor the space you have, because that's all you got right now at this moment. Okay. And then walk your hands back. Place the sole of the left foot on the floor. Come forward. Tuck the right toes under. We're going to straighten both legs. And then find that place where the right foot, walk your hands back, whatever you need, where the right foot is on the floor completely. And you can turn that heel out a little bit. Then press your thighs back. Anchor into your feet. Draw the heart back, belly in. Smile. Okay, now feel the right hand on the block or on the floor. Shift your weight onto that hand. Take the left hand to your hip. And realign nice and strong in your legs, and then you start to turn towards the left leg. Open the left shoulder. Take the hips a little bit to the right. Then reach that left arm up. Breathe and smile. Okay. And then hand back to the block. Set that right knee down. Bring the knees together. This time I'm going to tuck my little toes under. Sit on the heels and breathe. Good. Okay. All right, so here we're going to use the blocks and the bolster. And so I'll put the blocks a little bit further apart. They can be lower than this, so you can do lowest height. You guys all know this, I know you do. Now I'm going to take the bolster and just put it on top of these. So hopefully this one will hit behind my heart and this one will support my head. And then you can put a blanket down for under your hips if you like, or for your feet, or even for your head. You might use a blanket. So take what you need. And then you'll sit on the floor, lie back. And like I said, one block supports the heart, one block supports the head. And if you need more support, you throw a blanket in there. Let's see. I'll put a blanket in. Okay. All right. Now the legs are going to go straight out, but they're going to separate apart a little bit so they're open. And hopefully that feels okay. If it's not, you just bend your knees, feet on the floor. I'm going to start by taking the arms out, just like a T. And you're going to feel for yourself too if this is too big of a drop for your shoulders. And if it is, just throw another blanket underneath your forearms so you just make the floor a little higher. Or take your arms down. So we're just going to use this as a place of starting to bring everything in and to open the heart space. Feel the shoulders, the fronts of the shoulders are dropping towards the floor. So even you imagine your heart is lifted. Okay. So once we're here, I'm just going to start to move the arms. So everything else will stay very relaxed. And just open the arms out to the side, lift them up off the floor so they're in line with your shoulders. And start to fly. Take the arms up over your head, maybe they touch. And then you release them all the way down by your sides. And the palms will stay up. And you're just sweeping your arms up and over your head and back down. They don't have to, they might go over your thighs. Move with your breath. Keep your hands and your fingers open. Just fly here. If you want to touch the palms together at the top or at the bottom, that's fine. Doesn't have to happen. It's more about this movement of flying. Breathing. Okay, and then we'll do one more, and you'll rest the arms, and you might rest your arms over your head where you grab opposite elbows, and maybe they rest on the bolster still. That works out okay. You know, if it's no good, adjust. And here. Breathe. Okay, beyond just, you know, being here and breathing, feel where the breath is really being invited to. And so you might feel that breath open you from the bottom to the top and from the top to the bottom, but feel that the heart space is really receiving a lot of breath. Okay, so if you've got your arms over your head, you're holding opposite elbows, you're just going to switch now. So you're holding the same elbows, but you just switch the position of your hands. And then settle in again. Follow your breath. Okay, and then I'm just going to release the arms back down to that very first, very first position we're in. So the arms just out to the sides in a comfortable way, palms facing up. And we're just receiving the breath into the heart space. So when I say heart space, I mean the space around the heart. Lung space, the rib cage, the shoulders. Even into the sides of the throat, just relaxing and receiving. Just take a few more breaths here. Softening the skin of your forehead. Okay, so from here, friends, we're going to move into either, you're going to stay on the bolster, but you'll either do Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out, and you might put some support underneath your knees, or Virasana. So I'm going to move into Virasana, and that is when, you know, the feet are coming back. So I'll bend the knees, roll over to the side, and just come off this just to set up, even if you're going to Baddha Konasana. If you're coming into Virasana, I put the feet either side of this bolster edge, and I'll sit down. I might sit right on the bolster here, and then you'll come back. And you'll see, you know, if you need to sit on the bolster, you're not going to be able to lie back maybe all the way. You could also put a blanket underneath your hips and come forward. And then find your place. So either sitting in Virasana with the feet coming back, or the soles of the feet together, knees open. And if you're in Virasana, you might take your hands to just rest on the soles of your feet. And if you're in Baddha Konasana, your hands can rest on your hip crease, or they can stay out to the side. So however you are here, okay, it might feel nice to just lift your hips up and then put them back down. So just a little lift, put them back down. That might also just open something else for you. And just let the breath move through you. Soften your jaw. And if your brain feels very busy or it's hard to just drop in, you might take one hand to just rest on your third eye, maybe make a circle around wherever you feel the third eye would be. So just rest your hand there and let this place be heavy. So if that helps, great. Otherwise, we're just here for another 3, 5 breaths. Melting yourself in. Nice, easy breathing. That twist on the other side with the bend. Okay. Well, class isn't over yet, so one more breath. Okay. Now, if you're in Virasana, you might be able to sneak your legs out from here, or you might just press yourself straight up and then move into a downward dog kind of shape. If you're in Baddha Konasana, just lift your knees up and maybe roll to the side. Okay. All right, friends. Okay, we're just going to take this little bolster package we've made, set it off to the side, and I'm sorry to do this to you, but we're going to come back into bent knee lunge with the left foot forward. And let's just keep this softness, so you might use your blocks. You're going to step your left foot forward, find your lunge. Okay. And then let's just do this right from here. Left hand comes onto the left thigh. Reach the right arm up. Woo. Squeeze the thighs, eyes soft. Look over to the left side. Bring this right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Palm and palm, and do this little twist. So you have the palms on top of each other. I know you can't see mine, but they're there. And then anchor, twist. Maybe the hips come forward. We're gonna have such a much better Shavasana now that we've done this on both sides. Okay, and then release. Good. Okay, friends. So from here, I'm gonna come to legs at the wall. And we have about 10 minutes. So you can just go straight into Shavasana if you wish. If you'd like to do legs up the wall, even for 5 minutes, and then I'll let you know when to shift. We've done lots of leg stretching, but if it's too much for you to be very close to the wall, you'll just move your hips back. And then I have a thing here to support my torso, the blocks out of the way. Okay, so however you want to be here is fine. I'm gonna throw my socks on. So either legs up the wall or just coming into your favorite version of Shavasana. And if you'd like to belt your legs together so they stay, you can do that. Or you can also just grab a blanket. Once you're in, throw it over your feet and wrap your legs up with the blanket. So I'll just demo that super quick if you're not sure how that would work. Just take the blanket, press it over the feet, and then I'll just wrap that blanket behind so I have my legs nicely wrapped. I hope you saw that if you weren't sure. Okay, and then just coming into your rest here, whether you're in this shape or not. If you are in legs up the wall and it's too much for your back, shift back. But if you're good here, I have the bolster underneath my sacrum. Feels nice. Everything feels good. Just drop into your breath. Drop into the grounding of the earth beneath you. Feel the effects of your practice moving through you. And again, if you need to put a little pressure on your third eye space, you could even bring the palms together and rest the thumbs there for a few moments. And if you do bring your thumbs to your third eye, I let them just kind of come into the hands a little bit, and the knuckles or the base of the thumbs will just drop into my eye sockets a little bit there. Everything becomes dark and grounding. You might feel the fingers resting. You can just cover your eyes with your palms if you like, or maybe you don't need any of that. You can just be very quiet. If you're happy as you are, you can stay. If you'd like to shift into Shavasana, now would be the time. Just releasing any place you can a little more deeply. Choosing to stay as you are for longer. If you're ready to start to make your way out, then just very slowly, if you have your legs up the wall still, you might bend your knees, just drop the knees into the chest for a few moments. And if you'd like to roll to your side, if you're going there, then taking a few moments again to just be in the fetal position. Finding a comfortable seated position if that's where you're headed, or lie back down, that's fine too. Ganesh me, thank you. Just take a few moments here, friends, and just settle into this body, this energy, this present moment. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands together, bow your chin, great reverence, devotion, honoring, and gratitude for this body, for this practice, for this time, and for this community, us all being together, sharing this practice from our own spaces. As you inhale, lengthen, and exhale completely once you're here. Join with me in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And into that, we'll release one Om. Inhale. Om. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Hold it there. Put in all your good, loving energy. Add in your word for 2021. And then lift your chin, open your eyes. Offer this, and offer it out. With great love in my heart. Namaste. Mwah. Yay. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful weekend. See you guys later.